Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to another day of hiking. We are going up a mountain to go play on a lake. We're gonna go do some fly fishing. Dave, Imaginator Wood, put his channel down there in the description. He's gonna teach me how to fly fish. So hopefully the goal today is to catch one fish. We are going on an overnighter. We are going up to Snow Lake. Heading to Snow Lake. Dave did Bottle Lake a week ago. Did really good fishing there, him and his daughter. 5.6 mile hike. So we've got 5.6 miles to go up there. Should take just a couple hours, I'd imagine. Let's get going. Cue the cheesy trail music.
Alright guys, just like last week, we made it to the fork. Last week we went to Bottleneck Lake, which is 1 3/4. This time we're going to Snow Lake. So we're going 3 miles up trail number 185. So that away.
So we've done, what, two?
Up to, yeah.
2 miles?
A little over 2.
2 miles in.
About 5.6.
Heading to Snow Lake. It's, gosh, probably about 7:30, I guess now. 7:30. Doing well, making good time. It's nice and cool in here. It's a very cool hike. We should be fishing by 8:30, I think, if we keep up the pace. One thing cool about this area up where we're at is there's a lot of mountain water, and on this hike specifically there's a lot of places you'd be able to get water, so you don't have to hike in too much water. All you need is a good filter, which we've got, and we'll show you guys when we get to camp what kind of filter we're using. But grab some lake water, grab some stream water, and get you a drink anywhere. Up here where we're at, if you had to drink the water on these little creeks coming through the mountain and stuff, it's your safest bet, right? You find some fast moving bubbles, white water, drink from there. Then you're just taking the chance of something being dead upstream, a little beaver fever. But in a survival situation, you could take that risk, right? Make it home and then cure your beaver fever. Little boulder hopping. I'm getting anxious as we cross this water every time. Getting anxious to get up here and start fishing. It'll be, it's not my first time fly fishing. I had a fly rod when I was younger, and I hated it because I caught every bush behind me, so I gave up on fly fishing. So now we're back at it after the last camping trip. I want to learn how to do it. So coming up here, should have a nice lake to learn on. But this hike is nice. We are in this deep country out here. Very remote, very high up. Quite a ways away from anything, which is nice, especially with the world and the state that it is in today. It's nice to get out here and get away. That was a grouse, common bird in the woods out here, up in this area. Very tasty, kind of a dumb bird, kind of a big bird, fairly easy to kill, but sometimes they'll do just that. They will just not fly, and you can walk pretty dang close to them, so they're an easy bird to kill when you're out in the woods. To eat, of course. Alrighty guys, we are gaining a lot more elevation this last little bit. A lot of switchbacks, steeper climb, kind of following this creek up. But I think we're getting pretty close. Time wise, we should be there pretty soon from that last point down at the bottom where we veered off. So good elevation change. We're definitely climbing. Great hike. Awesome trail. And you can see where we're basically closing in on this bowl up here. So we got to be getting pretty close. Pretty big for a dog. Looks dog-like. Give you an idea of the size there. Lots of different track here. You guys can see elk, some fresh elk track in the trail here as well. We do have, you know, all the predators up here. Wolves, bears, both grizzly and black. Mountain lion, there's some moose tracks. Looks like a pretty well traveled trail. Both two-legged and four-legged wildlife. I think we're getting close to 9 o'clock. The trail has been very well covered and staying cool the whole time. We're getting there. That last little stretch is a good climb, good elevation. My legs are getting tired. Still moving, but they are getting tired. I was thinking that we weren't really going to be at the base of this thing, but it looks like we're going to be right at the bottom. We were very high in elevation, and there's not much more elevation to go until we get to this place. So super cool. If you make this trip and you look up and see the giant rock face, right at the bottom is your destination. This is a cool looking final stretch through here. Kind of feels like you're walking to the end of the world. A lot of big timber right here in the bottom. We haven't been around a lot of big timber. Everything's been sparse and burnt out. Guess this little patch didn't get hit. There's some big trees in here.
Alright guys, I'm assuming we're almost to the lake. We had a little fork here, but it looks like it probably forks off to maybe another campground down over that way. But we're going to work down the trail here and see if we can get into the lake here. We might go around that way and see.
Oh, there it is.
The campsite's not great, but oh yeah guys. That's it. Look at it. It is. Let me get you picked up right there. It is glassy, guys, that water. Let me get out of the way so Chad can get a good view. Wow, guys.
That is fantastic.
Oh, little fish jumping there, guys. It is just glassed over in this little meadow here. You can see the reflection of the... That's not more mountain, guys. That's water.
I can stand by Dave and just let him do all my narration for me.
This is just beautiful, guys. Look at the...
It's pretty amazing.
Ooh, big one just jumped right there.
I heard it.
I think I got it on the camera.
This is an awesome view. This is very cool after that little hike and then walking into this. It's super cool.
It shouldn't be a long walk that way anyways.
So this has this little lake has a little trail system kind of going around and these little campsites everywhere. And this one's actually just kind of picturesque, really cool looking. So we're gonna drop stuff there and then we essentially have the pick of this area. So we're gonna kind of walk this way, see if there's any more campsites down here that might be a little bit better. Dave is pitching a shelter on the ground. I've got a hammock, so we gotta find trees for me and a nice flat spot for him. Looks like we're gonna have the lake to ourselves, which is pretty fantastic. I think we both don't really care about camp. It's like, let's go fishing. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna get camp set up. This looks like this is gonna be camp right here. Nice open area. It's got a good fire pit. Close-ish to the lake, but it'll be all right. I think we're gonna have issues with bugs no matter what we do. But we got a nice spot, nice campground. Got some stumps to sit on. Low maintenance campground, and it's got some firewood here waiting for us, which is actually really handy. Burn some of this crap up. All right, guys, we changed up our location. We found a better camp spot. I'll show you guys really quick. Get you a nice little pan. This thing's beautiful. Big open, which is good because it's very dry out in this last little bit. Very hot, very dry. So fire pit is way away from everything. Custom furniture there. Got some logs to sit on. We're a ways off the water, which is nice. And then a lot of big, healthy trees all around us. So no one takes a tree to the head while they're sleeping. Look at the size of this monster here. big. And then awesome view. Very cool view all around. So Dave is finding a flat camp spot. I think I'm gonna tether to these 2 trees over here. I think that's about all I've got for an option that are big trees. Looks like there's a couple little small trees right here. It might work as well. As you can see, there's a old tree that came down, big boy came down right here, right next to the camp, but that thing's been a while. So find a nice spot for the hammock, find a nice spot for Dave's setup, and then we'll get set up the fly rods, and then get out here and start fishing, because there is a lot of fish jumping out here.